new and you're not, you haven't been to this workout before, I do recommend that you just keep your mute on so that everybody can hear throughout the workout. You can have your camera on or off. It's totally up to you. I know some of us in the community like to see other participants, and that's really motivating for them, and that's great. If you don't want to have your camera on, totally fine. You can keep it off. Do what is most comfortable for you. I won't be doing any personal corrections to anyone, so don't feel like you're going to miss out if your camera's off. I'm going to make it as inclusive as I can and just give alternative exercises for everybody that I think would be the most fitting. Okay, if you have any other comments or questions, feel free to use the chat as we go along. Okay, so here we go. The equipment we need today for our total body strength workout. We're going to be using bands. So I'm just going to be demonstrating with one band. But if you have a few bands or series of bands, feel free to have all of them near you, because I'll kind of let you know what kind of resistance we're going to be using as we get to the exercises. Okay, we're going to be using a couple of weights. So I use soup cans. You can have light dumbbells if you have them. Soup cans work, water bottles. If you have a higher level spinal cord injury or you don't have a fully activated trunk, I would recommend maybe only needing one, because then we're going to use our other hand to stabilize either on the rim of the wheel of your chair or your armrest, or even just the side of the chair. Okay, so whatever you need to do. So 1 to 2, and I wouldn't have these, probably wouldn't have these over like 3 to 5 pounds for most of us. Okay. And then the last thing we're going to use today is our trusty dowel, which I typically use because I love this easy, cheap piece of equipment. So this is anything longer or wider than your shoulders, and it should be comfortable to grip. So if you have any compromised grip and you need some help, you can always put gloves on in the future, or tape up a broomstick or a dead hockey stick. Some people use a crutch or a cane. Just make sure it's long enough so that we can have a nice wide grip when we use it. Okay, that's all we're using today, and our beautiful bodies. Okay, so go ahead and get yourself sitting nice and tall. Even if you are somebody that stands or walks, most of the exercises will be seated, unless I say otherwise. I would say, okay, if you can stand, I would recommend maybe doing this standing for a little bit different of a benefit. Okay, but seated, we're all gonna start seated for warm up. So we're gonna sit nice and tall, shoulders back, drop that chin slightly, and we're gonna start with just some release work, getting into the pec muscle. So nice and easy, using your hands or the finger pads right at the ends of your fingers. Okay, and I didn't show it today because I don't have a ball handy, but if you are someone that likes to use your ball instead to do this, that's totally fine. Otherwise, I do find sometimes it's good to get that stimulation feedback in the fingers, so we can kind of start to feel the texture of our muscles and our fascia and what we're working with. This is a good way to compare kind of what something feels like on one day and then another day. Start learning our bodies a bit more. Okay, and you're going behind the breast tissue. The muscle is going to be underneath, so we're digging in and behind. If you're male or you don't have breast tissue, it's going to look more like it's going across your chest at a diagonal. Okay, and then from there, you can start working your way up into the subclavicle. So this is going to be the meaty part right under your collarbone. So you can see my ridge right here. We want to work right under that. Okay, and you're trying to slow your breathing down, just focusing on what's happening in your body, trying to feel what the fingers feel in that area of your chest. And then from there, we're going to start taking it all the way up into the traps. So these muscles can get really, really tight. So it's just anywhere along the neck here, I'll kind of want you to work. We don't need to work right out on this bony joint right here. Let's just stick to the neck here. And even some people, it feels good to even go a little bit back here. And you can just kind of do like seesaw motions forward and back, kind of digging in. Some people want to be a little bit more extreme and just get that pinching effect, and that's fine. It's going to get a little deeper though. So it's up to you, seesaw or some pinching, whatever works, and just try and get a little bit of feeling there. A lot of us will kind of feel maybe a bit tender here or sore or just really tight. It might feel like a guitar string, and that's not what it should feel like. So we definitely want to work in here. Okay, and then from there, we're actually going to be pressing down. So find a spot there, push gently down into that spot, and then you're going to peel your ear away and take it to the other side. Okay, so this is a trap release. So pin, trigger point, and then peel. And pin and peel. And if that pinning spot doesn't feel good, like if you go and do this and you don't feel any change, you're probably not on the right spot. So just move your fingers until when you do this peel, you feel a really big stretch in the side of the neck, or a little stretch, but you'll feel a change. Okay, we'll do about 10. Okay, if you have, if it hurts or it's like uncomfortable to push with your fingers, you don't have to do 10, just do what you can. And then we'll meet you on the other side. Okay, shake that up. All right, all of this on the other side. So we're going to start with that pec. So coming in. Okay, here I just do like little circles. Make sure you're relaxing the side that you're working on. So this hand, this arm is just relaxed. Sometimes I see people like doing this, or they're really tense, and that's not going to help us get into the muscle there. So just keep that arm nice, dead weight. If you find you're tensing, then we're probably digging a little bit too much, and we need to just tone it down a little bit. Okay. Good. And then we're going to start making our way up into that subclavicle. So just below that collarbone, that ridge, the bony ridge right there. Taking your deep breaths. And awesome. And then from there, we're going to come right up into the traps. I like to support my elbow. It just gives me a little bit more energy in that arm to do this. And this is like that digging or forward and back seesawing. You can even go right up into the neck. Like we've got some like little muscles here, part of the scalenes that can get pretty tight. So you can come up in here, just work right where it feels good, even in behind a little bit. Everybody's different. Everybody's going to have some different areas that need some TLC. Okay, and then we're going to do our pin and press. So we're going to find a spot. You're going to pin your fingers down and then peel your ear away to the other side. Okay, and I can't stress enough how important it is on this to keep your chin forward. A lot of times we're going to want to do this, or probably not, probably this. Okay, and it's really important just to keep your chin facing forward. Ooh, I got a spot right there. And peel and up. Good. And 4. And if you're not at my tempo or my timing, it's okay. Just keep moving. And 8, nice. 2 more. And again, good. And then shake that out. Okay, and just give your neck a little just easy side to side. It should feel like it has a little bit more length in the sides there. Okay, so we're going to start with the head today. So we're going to rotate over to the side. We haven't done this movement yet. And center and over to the side and center. Good. And over to the side and center and over and center. Awesome. And over, center, over and center. Last 2, over and center, over. And now we're going to tip straight up. So you're going to look up, bottom jaw on the top, and then center, and then grab something with your chin, $100 bill, and then center. So you should start to feel a nice big stretch in the back of the neck. Up and center and tuck and center. Moving nice and fluid, as if you're moving through water, no jerky movements. And center, especially if this is your first movement session of the day. Be gentle in your warm up. And up and center and tuck and center. And again, up and center. Awesome. And now we're going to do a half circle. So we're going to lead with our nose, up and around, over, up and around, over. Awesome. Up and around, over, and again, and over. Good. Last two here. And then we're going to get into our cat-cow seated. Those of you get ready. And awesome. So we're going to think of tucking that chin first. We're going to go down one, and we're going to round the spine. So when you do that, you won't be able to see me anymore. You should be looking down. So we're going to round all the way down as far as you can, looking through your legs. You can even grab onto your legs or the legs of your chair to pull yourself in. Deep breath here, slowly rolling up. Okay, hands behind you, eyes to the sky, shoulder blades in your back pockets, and reach your heart up to the ceiling and take a deep breath here. And we're going to do this again. Good. Everybody tucking your chin, rounding in the spine. Everybody go down. And good. Just make sure, I can hear a bit of background noise. Just make sure everybody's muted. Slowly rolling up. And hand is behind you, shoulder blades in your back pockets. Reach your heart up to the ceiling. And take a deep breath here. Awesome. And we're going to do that again, tucking the chin, rounding in the spine. Okay, move at your own pace. Some of us might get a little lightheaded with this if we move too quickly. So if I'm moving too quickly for you, just slow it down. Deep breath at the bottom. And slowly rolling up. And hands behind you, eyes to the sky, heart up to the ceiling, shoulder blades in your back pockets. And that was your last one. Good. Take that hand. We're going to take it up and over, reach up and over. I want you to use your hand on something here or your elbow. So you're supporting and we're getting up and over like we're going to reach for the wall over there. Big side stretch and then reach up, other side. So it's supported. Okay, so it's supporting your hand or your elbow on something. Reach up. Eyes can just stay forward. Good. Expose that armpit. Okay, this stretch drastically changes if we don't expose that armpit. We're not getting that lat stretch that we need to get today. And up. Nice. Make big shapes in space. Reach for the opposite wall. All the way over. Good. If you're somebody that doesn't really think about extending in their hands or their fingers, I really want you to reach those fingers up and over. Reach. Get that nice long line. And awesome. Other side. Switch. Nice, everybody. Let's do one more each side and reach up and over. Both hips on the chair. And other side. So both your sit bones. And awesome. We're going to do a rotation and we're going to use, if you want, you can use your lap or your armrest to help rotate your body and then tap and look over your shoulder. So you're getting leverage with that other hand. Tap. And tap. And tap. Make sure you're really looking. We want to get the full spinal twist. If you don't move your head, you're not getting that full rotation because our neck is part of our spine, right? So get that full twist. Rotate. And rotate. And again, rotate. Keep those feet flat on the floor. No wiggle parties here. Awesome. Take the arms up. We're going to do a clap at the top and then bring it into your angel. Clap at the top and bring it into that angel. Good. And up. This might be challenging for some of us. It is part of warm up though. So hang in there. And 5, think of really spreading your chest wide. So I'm really pushing my hands back, right? So we're really opening up those pec muscles that we've released. Last 4, breathing. Try and not look up at your hands. We should be looking straight ahead. And 2, and 3, and 4. Good. Awesome. Okay. Let's grab your dowel. So still in warm up, but we're going to do a bit of a combination here just to get a little bit more warm. We're going to combine the rotation with, overhead with the rotation. So we're going to have our hands. Basically, if you have them wider, it's going to feel a little more comfortable in the shoulders. Okay. It will also help you with balance. So if you're somebody that is trying to find equilibrium when you come up here, I recommend having your hands a little wider. Okay. If your shoulders have pretty good range of motion, bring your hands in a little bit. Okay. Up 1, exhale, rotate, keeping the dowel above your head. Exhale, rotate, and then bring it back down. Okay. Keep in mind, I'm demonstrating by going out and away. So I'm going out and away, but if you need to keep it close to your body to stay tall, that's fine. Okay. So do what's best for you. Here we go. We're doing 10. Come on up. Exhale, rotate, and then bring it down. Hips do not move. And 2. Breathing. And you're getting the dowel as high as you can. It should be right above the crown of your head, if possible. And down, nice. And again, up. You can always take breaks if you need to. Otherwise, you could slow the tempo down. You could skip the overhead, whatever you need to do to honor your body today. Everybody's going to be at different levels. Everybody's working with different things. So do what's going to serve you the best. Over halfway. And down, nice. Exhale. Last 3 here. Try and keep those shoulders away from your ears. There shouldn't be any like earmuffs with your shoulders. Keep them down. And 2. And good. And last one, exhale, 3. And bring it in. Nice. Good. Okay, set that aside for just a second. We're going to grab our bands. We're going to do a superset. Well, this is a tricep, but a superset with 2 band exercises. So the first one's going to be an external shoulder rotation. I highly recommend doing this with a light band. So for those of you that have bands from BC Moss, probably not this one. Stick with the yellow or the red. Okay. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, you do you. This is just for people that were given bands from us. Okay. So elbows in, palms are up. Think of squishing something in at your rib cage. So we're going to keep an object right there. As we do this, we don't want the elbows to come out like this. Okay. And you're going to hitchhike your thumbs out and away and then squeeze and then release. So we're thinking of the shoulder blades squeezing together. Nice. And the arms are on a level playing field. For those of us that use like walking crutches, a lot of times we start to do this because our biceps are so tight. So make sure that your hands are actually down here. Okay. So it's just like you're on a table. We don't mean to, it just subconsciously happens. And 8 and 9. Good. And we'll do about 10 to 12. Okay. Whatever you have there. And awesome. Good. Okay. Grab either a different band or you can use the same one. And we're just going to bring it around and do our abductions for our hips. So there's about 3 versions we're going to do. So version 1 is here. I'll just lower this for a hot second. So version 1 is where we just tie or just kind of loosely tie and hold something here. And then I like to put my other hand on my waist just so that I can keep it nice and long and nice and strong in my trunk while I open my knees and close. Okay. That's version 1. If that's too much, but you are able to move your legs, then version 2 is just doing it without weight. And we would have hands on the waist if possible. If you're very tight or you have spasticity, and that's what's limiting your movement, go ahead and grab something. It could be like a ball or a towel, and you're going to try and drop the object on the floor and then pick it up and do it again. Okay. Sorry, there's 4 versions. The last version is a stretch. For those of you that none of that's an option, you're going to take your arms and open up and give yourself a nice adductor stretch here. And you can either hold it or you can do assisted reps here. If you move through it like this and you're gentle, it's okay. What I don't want to see is a jam of the stretch and then back in. Okay. So that's a lot of versions. So hopefully we all know what we're doing. Grab your equipment if you need it. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And open. Okay. I'm going to demonstrate 20 just so we can give everybody enough time. Feel free to do 20 reps if you can do it. Otherwise, work within the reps that work for you. I know for some of us, if we're trying to drop an object, that's a lot of strength happening because we're fighting that spasticity. So if that's you, you might want to aim for 6. 6 is a really good number. Okay. Really good strength number. Nice, everybody. Keep going. I shouldn't see anyone slouching. I know I said I wasn't looking at everyone, but hypothetically, I was looking at everyone right now in gallery. No one's slouching. We're all really tall. And even if it sucks and it doesn't feel good, we're smiling. Okay, last 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and awesome. Good. Okay, that's a big circuit. We're doing all that one more time. So we have our rotation, overhead to rotate, right? We have our external shoulder rotation with the light band, and then our abductions with our hips. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Not much rest for us today. If you need more rest than what I demonstrate, or if you need to go a bit slower, the beautiful thing about this workout today is that they record it and they post it. So you can always go back and do this at your own tempo. You can take breaks, you can go make lunch and come back, whatever you want to do. But for now, we're going to move quick. Okay, halfway here. Don't worry about which way you rotate. First, I'm kind of alternating it. You can do whatever is most comfortable for you. Just as long as you keep that dowel above your head. Okay, so nice and smooth, moving through water, everybody. I know it gets hard. We just want to whip that dowel above our head. Try and control it. Last one here. And awesome, good. Okay, grab your lighter band. External shoulder rotations. Here we go, and squeezing those shoulder blades and breaking that band. So it's like we're keeping those elbows in at the rib cage. Well, it's not like we are. And 5. 10 to 12. Okay, if it's too tough, then you can just widen your grip on the band, right? So it's less tension. Okay, almost there. And awesome, good. Okay, get yourself set up for your abductions with a band, without a band, with a ball or something in between, or a stretch. Okay, here we go. Nice and tall. Abdominals drawing in, so having some awareness of what's happening in our trunk here. And opening and close. This is one of the only exercises I'm probably going to get you to not focus on pushing your feet into the floor. So we're not pushing our feet into the floor. I want almost no weight in the feet. There should just be a awareness of going outwards to the sides with those knees. And 8, abdominals drawing in. Okay, if the band you picked felt a little bit too light for you and you're doing 20 reps with me, then you need to go up. Okay, so then remember that for next time. Grab a heavier band. And almost there. 2 and 3 and 4. Nice. And 5 and awesome. Good, everybody. All right, grab a sip of water. I am escaping for a hot second, and we're going to get started into our next circuit. So we're going to be starting with the weights. Okay, or weight. So it depends on what you're working with. If you, like I said, if you need stability and you need to hold your armrest or your chair, whatever it is you're holding, that's fine if this is too much to be having weights around, okay? So the first thing we're going to be doing is a bicep curl to a press, and then we're going to superset it and go right into a bent over row, okay? So the first one, our fingernails are going to be facing outwards. Elbows, once again, are in that same position as the external shoulder rotation. Curl the fingernails into the armpits, and then we're going to turn so the backs of the weights are facing the front to press overhead. Here, and then you bring it right back down. So 1, turn the weights, 2, bring it back in, and then curl down, okay? We're going to do probably 10 to 12 of those, and then when you're done that, you can either have some type of support, probably not, this isn't very comfortable, but I'm just giving you an example, a pillow or something to support your trunk, to lean forward with a nice long spine and hit a bent over row with the same weights, okay? Otherwise, if you don't need support, what that means is you're able to hold a hinge position here without any slouching in the back, okay? So if you're unsure, or if you're someone that can't necessarily reach forward without stabilizing with your hand, that's a good test. I would definitely get support. You're just going to get in a way better position. Okay. If you're someone that needs to do one side at a time, then do that and just start probably right now. Okay. And just do 8 on each side so you have time to do both sides. Okay. And I'll go at a slower pace. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Curl, flip overhead, bring it down. This is a bit of a brain teaser. And curl, flip overhead, and in and down. Nice. And curl and flip and in and down. Excellent. And boom, overhead. If you want to move faster than me, if you know this exercise and you're fluid and everything feels good, go for it. I'm just trying to keep it middle pace so people doing single arm can kind of catch up. 7. Good. Feel the bicep here and then overhead. I promise this is your last overhead today. And down. Nice. Nice and tall. Don't forget that posture. Okay, I'm going to demonstrate 2 more. Breathing. Okay, and awesome. Now grab your support if you need it. Okay, feet are flat on the floor. You're going to hinge forward. Use your support here if you need to. Eyes are going to stay on the floor, so we're not going to crane our neck up. So you won't be able to see me once you start. Okay, elbows, shoulders back. Elbows are going to drive down and back behind you and row. 2. Okay, if you're doing single arm, it's the exact same, but you just get to hold on to something with the other hand for support. Think of squishing something really little in between your shoulder blades as you drive those elbows back. I always like to use a blueberry. Try and squish it. Couple more here. and take a little break. Awesome. Okay, put those aside. We're adding a third one today. Go ahead and grab a band. I'm going to show you the exercise first. Everybody's going to be a little bit different in terms of their tension. So if you, first of all, grab like your longest band if possible. We're going to flip it around the back. Okay, and we're going to hold it here. So I'm in almost like a boxing position, but I'm not blocking my face. I'm just blocking my chest. Okay, and we're going to be here. We're going to be doing neutral presses with the palm going down. Okay, and we're all going to be going one side, and then we're all going to be going the other side. Okay. The only thing is if your band isn't long enough, you might just have to do like a hold here. It'll feel a little bit different, but it's still getting to the point. And then I didn't mention, for those of you that need some grip assistance, you can always make a loop in your band, or maybe you already have it done and you can just grip that way. So it's looped. Okay. Here we go. The closer you hold the band inwards, the tighter or the more challenging the punch is going to be. Okay. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. So neutral grip, which means elbow stays in, palm stays down. Single arm. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and we'll do about 10 to 12 on each side. It's our rep range today. And everybody's doing single arm. And 7. And 10, almost there. And awesome, good. Okay, so that is 3 exercises. So we're gonna take a little break. Okay, and then we have our bicep curl to overhead press, bent over row, and then we do our single arm neutral grip chest press with the band. Okay, so grab a sip of water. I'll give you about 30 seconds and then we're doing this again. Questions or comments are always welcome. All right, so getting your stuff ready. So grab those weights. If you need to change anything, feel free. You don't have to do the same thing on set 2 that you did on set 1. You can change it. You can make it more challenging. You can make it a bit easier if you wasn't feeling good. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Curl and overhead press. Curl and down. 2. Nice, everybody. Over halfway. Moving through water, which means smooth. Almost there. And awesome. Okay, grab your support if you need it. So something on your lap. Okay, feet are flat. Once you hit your hinge, you're not looking up. We want to keep the back of the neck long. Chest is lifted, shoulders rolled back. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Squeeze. And 5. Feel that back body working. Focus on those shoulder blades. Focus on that area right in between them. Almost there, everybody. Keep going. and relax. Awesome. All right, grab your band. Longer band. If the tension didn't work, you can change it out. Or you can just grip a little closer in if you need more challenge. I'm going to start on my opposite side this time. You can do that if you'd like. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Press and press and good. And 9. So the band should be right behind your shoulder blades, right along the middle of your top of the back. And other side when you're ready. And 3. Awesome, everybody. Staying tall, doing what you can. And that is it. Awesome. Good. Okay. Since this is a strength circuit, 2 sets won't cut it. So we're going to be doing 3 sets. So 1 more round. I see some smiling in there. Some people might have been hoping there was 2 sets today. I'm not going to call any names out. All right. You still have a few seconds break. Last time, and then we're going to be moving on to something else. All right. 3rd time is a charm. Here we go. Getting ready. Bicep curl to press. Shoulder blades back, nice and tall. And we go in 3, 2, and 1. Curl. Flip the palms. 1. Down and good. Making sure that those elbows are staying pretty much glued to those ribs until the press. So I don't want to see this, right? It's just here, and then we add up. Think shoulders back slightly. We're making our collarbones super wide, like you're going to show off a necklace. Nice, everybody. Couple more here. And awesome. Okay, grab your support here if you need it. Find your hinge nice and long in the back of the neck. No one should be looking at me anymore. 3, 2, and 1. Drive those elbows up and back. Keep your neck nice and long. Elbows in at the rib cage. Squeeze those shoulder blades together with every row. That's it. Keep those feet flat. Feel the weight in your heels. Feel the weight in your toes. Pressure into the floor, your foot plates. Think of getting really grounded through the hips. And finishing up there, and slowly bring it up when you are done. Good. All right, put those aside. Ready? Here we go. Last time with your press. And then you did an awesome job of 3 rounds. 3, 2, 1, and press. Start with any side you'd like because it's uneven. The rounds. Good. Nice and controlled, punching right out in front of that shoulder. Not letting anything in the trunk move. It's just that arm, nice and strict. And good. 1 more. And then other side, or just about. Remember, we're not all going to be at the same tempo. and 7. Keep moving, everybody. Keep that breath going. You're almost done this. This would have been the hardest part today. Last one. And awesome. Good. Okay, you're done with the band. So we can take that away. But we're going to actually just end with a couple of supersets for core and to get that heart rate up just a little bit. So go ahead and grab one of the weights. We're going to be doing a wood chop. So that means we're going to be chopping from our ear. So it's like we're listening to a shell on the beach, listening to the ocean, and then chopping it with power down to our hip. Okay, so I'm chopping that diagonal chop. Okay, so I'm letting my upper body, my upper trunk rotate. I'm not seeing like a wiggle thing happening in the hips. So the feet stay still, hips do not move. Up, up. Okay, so we're rotating from the trunk. We're going to be doing 15. Yes, 15 one way, 15 the other way. And then we're going to grab your dowel and we're going to be doing kayaks for 1 minute. Okay, here we go. This is going to be quick. So I'm actually setting the timer up now. Don't worry, I'll give you a little bit of a transition, but not a break. Okay, here we go. So high to low, sitting up tall. 3, 2, and 1. Really rotating in that trunk. Find your pace, try and stick with it. Listening to that shell, chopping it to your head. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a few seconds, other side. I told you I'd give you a little transition. 3, 2, and 1. Other way. Keep that breath going. Your breath is going to help you, believe it or not. Everything's controlled. Just because it's powerful doesn't mean we throw the movement away. So you're choosing where to place the weight. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Put that away. Grab your dowel. We're starting in 3, 2, 1, and you're on the clock. Go. Your kayak should look a lot deeper than mine because I'm on a couch. So make sure you're driving your dowel down like this. Okay, so nice and big, as if you're actually in a boat on the water, which you can do because BC Moss offers those programs. And if you want to learn more, stay on after. Okay, keep going, rotate, rotate. We are halfway there, folks. Keep moving. You got this. This is like the last 2.5 minutes of your workout. So push it if you can. Breathing. Good. If you're getting tired, try and just keep moving. Just keep moving. Don't stop. If this feels good and you got more in you, pick it up. 5 seconds. And time. Awesome. Okay. 30 seconds. I'm going to go over a minute or two because I want to hit this one more time. So we're doing our wood chops and then our kayaks for 1 minute. Okay. So get ready. You only need one weight. All right, here we go. I'm going to start other side this time, I think. I started this side. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Get that rotation happening in the spine. Getting tall. We never want to rotate slouching. Always tall. Excellent. 5, 4. Exhale on the throat. 3, or the chop. 2, 1. Okay, transition other side. Here we go. 3. Everybody's doing awesome. 2. Get it ready. 1, and go. control with your breath. Think of your exhale as your power. 4, 3, 2, and that's 1. Beautiful, everybody. Grab your dowel. Last time. Here we go. 3, 2, kayaks, 1. You're on the clock. 1 minute here, everybody. I know it's quick, but we're almost done. Shoulders away from your ears. Think of squishing your armpit down as you row the hand or the arm into the water. So it should be big like this. Every time, big. Staying tall. Nice and solid. Think heavy hips. Push the floor away with those feet if you can. 30 seconds in. Breathing. If this is where you want to give up, I challenge you to keep moving. If this is where you feel like you can make it to the end, I challenge you to speed up. Get that heart rate up, people. 10 seconds. Try smiling. It'll help. The finish line is right here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you are done. Awesome, everybody. Woo! Okay, so I'm going to leave you to it on your own for stretching today because they did take us over a little bit. But thank you so much for coming. Do a little bit of stretching. You can always repeat some of the nice neck stuff we did at the beginning. Pec stretch on the wall for those of you that know that. And the link is in here if you want to join us for the cohort. It's just a chance to work a little bit more one-on-one with myself and some of our amazing kinesiologists. So join by filling out our survey. We start in mid-May. Otherwise, I'll see you all next week. Thanks for coming. Thanks, Stephanie. I saw your name like halfway through. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, no worries. Take care, Megan.
See you later.
Yeah, I'm going to fire you a text shortly, okay?
Perfect. Yeah, do it. Perfect. Thank you.
Thanks, Megan. Hey, Mary, nice to see you again. I met you at Trout Lake on Sunday. Yay! The adaptive cycling. Yeah. Thanks, Nicole.
Thank you, Janice. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you so much, Megan.
Thank you. I don't think anyone has anything, so I'll
Yeah, I think we're all good.
okay, cool. I will see everyone next week.
Have a good one.
Thank you. You too.